The sun was soft, but the words were sharp. In the middle of a beautiful rich man's garden, a grown man stood shaking. Eli's hands were dirty with soil. His shirt was wet with sweat. In front of him Mr. Carter, in a perfect white shirt and expensive watch, pointed to the gate and shouted, "Mr. Carter, get out. You're fired. Right now." Eli's lips trembled. He stared at the ground as the other workers watched in silence. "Eli, please sir. I was only 20 minutes late. The bus." Mr. Carter cut him off. "Mr. Carter, I don't care about your bus. I don't care about your problems. This is my house. My rules. And people like you are replaceable." If you were standing there, watching this, what would you feel? Eli's eyes filled with tears. Behind them, the huge mansion shone in the morning light. Expensive cars. Marble pillars. Perfect lawn. But in that moment, the garden felt like a courtroom. And Eli was the one being punished. Mr. Carter turned so his voice echoed through the whole garden. "Mr. Carter, everyone listen. If you ever come late like this poor gardener, you will lose your job too. Do you understand?" The workers nodded in fear. Eli whispered, "Sir, my daughter is sick. I really need this job." Mr. Carter looked at him with cold eyes. "Mr. Carter, not my problem. Leave." And with those words, he turned away. He didn't know. Before the sun went down that same day, he would fall on his knees in front of the same poor gardener. Birds were singing. Flowers were blooming. But for Eli, the garden felt like the end of his world. He picked up his small old bag. His hands shook as he tried to tie the rope on it. His tools fell. A rusted trowel. A broken pair of gloves. He quickly bent to pick them up, but his vision was blurry because of tears. One of the workers, a young boy named Sam, whispered, "Eli, bye. I'm so sorry." Eli forced a weak smile. "Eli, it's okay. It's not your fault." Behind them, Mr. Carter's daughter, Mia, watched from the balcony. She was about 12. Plain clothes, simple ponytail, but kind eyes. She had seen the whole thing. Mia, softly to herself, "Dad, why are you so harsh?" Down in the garden, Mr. Carter was busy shouting orders. "Mr. Carter, you? Move those flower pots. And you, trim that hedge again. Today must be perfect. My business partners are coming tonight. I want this place to look like a paradise, not a jungle." He walked past Eli like he was nothing. Eli gathered his things slowly. He remembered his small one-room house. He remembered his little daughter, Noor, coughing at night because of her asthma. He remembered the bill from the clinic still unpaid. Eli's thoughts, what will I tell Noor? How will I buy her medicine now? Eli, in a weak voice, tried one last time. "Eli, sir, at least pay me for this week. I worked hard in the sun. I need to buy medicine for my daughter." Mr. Carter turned back with annoyance, like someone had disturbed his peace. "Mr. Carter, medicine, medicine, medicine. Everyone is sick, everyone is poor, everyone has a story. I am not running a charity. You came late. You are fired. You get nothing." Eli's heart dropped. His fingers tightened around the strap of his bag. His throat burned. But he swallowed his pride. "Eli, okay sir, thank you for the work you gave me." He bowed his head and walked toward the gate. As he reached the gate, the security guard, Rafiq, patted his shoulder. "Rafiq, where will you go now?" Eli looked up at the sky. "Eli, I don't know. Maybe Allah will open some way." He walked out, his shadow long on the road. Behind him, the rich man's mansion shined even brighter, ready for the party. Mia watched him leave. Mia's thoughts, he always smiled when he watered the plants. Why did Dad talk to him like that? She turned away as her father called her. "Mr. Carter, Mia. Change your clothes. Guests will be here by evening. Don't roam around in the garden. And don't touch anything." Mia, "Okay, Dad." But something inside her felt heavy. The day moved forward, and so did karma. The chapter ends here, but remember. The same garden will look very different by tonight. The afternoon was hot. Mr. Carter walked around his garden, checking every corner. "Mr. Carter, that fountain is too loud. Turn it down. And why are these roses drooping? Eli never left them like this." He paused for a second. For a small moment, he felt a tiny pinch of regret. But he quickly pushed it away. Mr. Carter's thoughts, no. If I show mercy, they will walk all over me. I am successful because I am strict. Inside the house, his wife Grace was getting ready. "Grace, are you sure you had to shout at him in front of everyone?" Mr. Carter adjusted his tie in the mirror. "Mr. Carter, Grace please. You don't understand business. Workers must fear you to respect you." Grace sighed. "Grace, fear is not the same as respect." But he was already walking away. Outside the mansion, Eli walked along the road, clutching his small bag. Cars rushed past him. Dust rose around his feet. He wiped his eyes with the back of his hand. Eli's thoughts, today was important. I wanted to arrive early. How did I end up late? We see a flashback. Early morning. Eli was on the old bus, carrying a small lunchbox wrapped in newspaper. He checked the time again and again. Suddenly, the bus screeched. People shouted. A child on a bike had fallen on the road. The bus almost hit him. The driver panicked. The child lay crying, with blood on his knee. People stayed inside the bus. They didn't want to get involved. Eli stood up. Eli, open the door. We must help him. The driver hesitated, then opened the door. Eli ran out, picked the child up and moved him to the side. He tore a piece of cloth from his own shirt and tied the boy's wound. He called the child's mother from the phone number on his school ID card. Eli's thoughts, if this was Noor, I would want someone to help her. The whole thing took time. By the time he reached Mr. Carter's house, he was sweating and out of breath, and 20 minutes late. Back in the present, Eli walked toward the small clinic. He spoke softly to the nurse. Eli, can I pay the bill later? My daughter needs her inhaler. I lost my job today. The nurse looked at him with pity. Nurse, we already extended your time twice, Eli. I'm sorry, the doctor said no more credit. He nodded slowly. Eli's shoulders dropped. His eyes filled again. Eli, okay, thank you. He stepped out of the clinic and sat on a broken bench outside. He opened his lunchbox. 2 dry chapatis and a little potato. He stared at it, but his stomach felt too tight to eat. Eli's thoughts, Ya Allah, give me strength. Noor is waiting at home. Back at the mansion, evening was close. Fancy cars started arriving. Men in suits, women in expensive dresses. Laughter, clinking glasses, soft music. Mia stood in a corner, watching everyone. One of the guests, Mr. Daniels, walked with Mr. Carter through the garden. Mr. Daniels, this garden is beautiful, Carter. Very calm. Very special. You must have an excellent landscape designer. Mr. Carter smiled proudly. Mr. Carter, yes, of course. It was all done under my supervision. Mia looked up sharply. She remembered Eli kneeling in the soil, planting each flower with his bare hands. Mia's thoughts, Dad is taking all the credit. The sky began to change. Dark clouds started to gather. Trees swayed a little in the wind. Rafiq, the guard, looked up. Rafiq, looks like a storm is coming. But Mr. Carter waved his hand. Mr. Carter, it'll pass. Just some clouds. The party will be fine. The music got louder. The guests laughed. Nobody noticed the wind getting stronger. Nobody noticed a thick, old tree in the corner of the garden, shaking harder than the rest. Nobody noticed the weak branch above the children's play area, where Mia liked to sit sometimes. The chapter closes here. With clouds gathering, branches shaking, and Karma quietly getting ready. Night fell fast. The garden lights came on, golden and warm. Fairy lights wrapped around trees. The fountain sparkled. Mr. Carter stood on a small stage, holding a glass. Mr. Carter loudly, friends, thank you for coming. Today is special. We are about to sign a deal that will double our company's size. Guests clapped, smiled, took photos. Meanwhile at the gate, Rafiq the guard stepped out to check the street. He saw a familiar figure, sitting on the broken bench across the road. Rafiq, surprised, Eli. Eli looked up. His face was tired. Eli, oh. Rafiq. I was just resting a little. Rafiq, you didn't go home? Eli shook his head. Eli, bus fare. I thought I would walk half the way and then see. At that moment, there was a loud sound from inside the mansion grounds. A cracking noise. Like something heavy breaking. Then a scream. Girl's voice. Dad. Help. Rafiq turned. Rafiq, that's Mia. Inside the garden, the weak branch above the play area finally broke. The heavy branch fell, smashing the small wooden bench where Mia liked to sit. The ground shook. Dust flew. Mia had been right under that tree, reading a book. At the last second, she jumped away, but her foot slipped. Her leg got stuck between broken wood and twisted branches. Mia crying, Dad. I can't move. It hurts. People shouted. Mr. Carter ran toward her, his heart pounding. Mr. Carter, Mia. Don't move, don't move. The branch was heavy. 3 men tried to lift it, but it barely moved. Someone shouted, the tree could fall more. It's dangerous. Mia cried harder. Mia, Dad, I'm scared. Have you ever seen a rich, powerful person finally look truly helpless? Outside the gate, Eli heard the screams. He stood up quickly. Eli, Rafiq, what's happening? Rafik, the tree. I think it fell near the kids' area. Without thinking, Eli ran toward the gate. Rafik hesitated. Rafik, Eli, you don't work here anymore. Eli looked through the bars and saw Mia trapped, crying, people shouting, Mr. Carter pulling at the branches without success. Eli's jaw clenched. Eli, job or no job, there is a child in danger. He pushed the gate and ran inside. Some guests stared. Isn't that the gardener? Didn't he get fired this morning? But Eli didn't care. He reached the broken tree and dropped his bag. Eli loudly, everyone move back. The trunk is leaning. If you pull from that side it will fall on her. Mr. Carter turned, angry and panicked. Mr. Carter, you again? Get out of my house. Eli ignored him and knelt near Mia. Eli gently, Mia, don't worry. I'm here. Her face was wet with tears. Mia, Uncle Eli. I can't move my leg. Eli looked at the branches carefully. He knew this garden like his own child. He knew every tree, every root. Eli, we will count to 3. I will lift this part. You slowly pull her leg out. Do not pull from the top, pull from the side. Understand? The men nodded. They followed his instructions. Eli, 1, 2, 3. He lifted the heavy branch with all his strength. Veins popped on his neck. His arms shook. The men pulled Mia's leg out gently. She screamed once from pain, then fell into her father's arms free. Mr. Carter hugged her tightly. Mr. Carter, are you okay? Are you okay, baby? Mia cried into his chest. Mia, my leg hurts, but I'm okay. The guests sighed with relief. One of them, Mr. Daniels, looked at Eli with respect. Mr. Daniels, you seem to know a lot about trees and structure. Are you the landscape designer? Mr. Carter opened his mouth, but Mia spoke first, still crying. Mia, no? Dad fired him this morning, for being late. The whole garden went quiet. All eyes turned to Mr. Carter. Eli stood there, breathing hard, his shirt dirty, hands scratched. Mr. Daniels looked at Mr. Carter with sharp eyes. Mr. Daniels, you fired the man who built this garden, and just saved your daughter? Guests whispered. Phones recorded. Faces changed. For the first time that day, Mr. Carter felt something heavy inside his chest. Not pride. Not anger. Shame. His face burned. His throat became dry. He looked at Eli, this poor gardener he had shouted at in front of everyone. Mr. Carter's thoughts, he helped my daughter, when he didn't have to, after what I did to him. Mr. Carter walked slowly toward Eli. His steps were no longer confident. His shoulders were no longer proud. He stopped in front of him. Mr. Carter, softly, Eli. Eli looked down, ready for more harsh words. Instead, Mr. Carter's voice broke. Mr. Carter in a low voice, I was wrong. Everyone heard it. Mr. Carter, louder now, so the whole garden heard. I was wrong to fire you. I was wrong to insult you in front of everyone. Today you saved my daughter's life, after I treated you like you were nothing. His eyes filled with tears. He did something no one expected. He slowly bent his knees, and knelt on the ground in front of Eli. Guests gasped. Grace put her hand over her mouth. Mia watched, eyes wide. Mr. Carter with tears, please, forgive me. And, please come back. Not as a simple gardener. As the head of all my property's gardens. With triple pay. And full health insurance, for your daughter. Eli's eyes filled too. Eli quietly, Sir, please stand up. I never wanted this. Mr. Carter shook his head. Mr. Carter, I need to feel this shame. I need to remember it. I judged you by your clothes. By your lateness. I never even asked why you were late. Mia sniffed. Mia, Dad, he was helping a boy who had an accident on the road. I heard Rafik talking about it. The truth hit even harder. Mr. Daniels stepped forward. Mr. Daniels, Carter, if this is the man who designed and cares for this place, then he is the reason I liked your garden so much. Any company that doesn't respect such people is not a company I want to invest in. He looked at Eli. Mr. Daniels, young man, if you ever want to design gardens for my hotels, my door is open for you. Eli's mouth opened in surprise. Eli, sir. I only finished school till grade 8. Mr. Daniels smiled. Mr. Daniels, you finished what many graduates never do. You made people feel peace in this garden. Talent does not always come with a degree. Everyone heard it. The same day, Eli lost his job. He got a chance for a better future. He looked at Mr. Carter, still on his knees, and Mr. Daniels offering him a bright opportunity. Eli took a deep breath. Eli gently, I forgive you, sir. I know fear of losing makes people harsh. But please, never speak to any poor worker like that again. We also have hearts. We also have families. Mr. Carter nodded, tears falling down his cheeks. Mr. Carter, I promise. I will change. He stood up slowly, feeling smaller but cleaner inside. Later that night, after the guests left and the garden was quiet, Mia walked with Eli near the fountain. Mia. Uncle Eli, I'm really happy you're staying. The garden feels right when you are here. Eli smiled. Eli. And I'm happy you are safe. That's what matters most. She looked up at the stars. Mia. You know, today I learned something. Having money doesn't make someone big. Having a big heart does. If you were in Eli's place, would you still go back to save the child of the man who fired you? Never insult someone just because they are poor. Their kindness may save you one day. And karma always comes, sometimes on the very same day.